So explaining PMDD to others can be exhausting, especially if it's not in their frame of reference. And sometimes we have to get super creative to help other people really understand how it makes us feel each month. So in this video, I've created a list of some common phrases and metaphors that can be used to describe PMDD. So if you resonate with any of them, or if you've used them to describe your PMDD, let me know. And if there are ones that I haven't used, let me know in the comments. So hi, I'm PMDD with C. I'm an integrative counsellor, keeping the conversation going. For about 3 years now, I've had this channel about all things PMDD from more of a mental health perspective. So let's just start, shall we? So the first description of PMDD I have on my list is an internal hijacking. So many people with PMDD feel like they're being hijacked during their luteal phase, and no matter how long it is for the unique individual person. Some people have it for 2 weeks. Some people have PMDD for a week, for 3 days, for 1 day. The patterns are different. There is a video I did about PMDD patterns, it's what it's titled, from the book, The PMDD Phenomenon. I can't say that word. But it illustrates in graphs the different types of peaks you can have during PMDD. Totally fascinating, highly recommend it. Oh, I'm speaking so fast. Breathe. As a counsellor, I tell people to breathe a lot and focus on their breathing, and that's what I need to do here. There we go. So yeah, a lot of people with PMDD feel like they're being hijacked each month, and they'll say that I'm not myself, this isn't me. What I say to that is, I feel like if you have PMDD, it is a part of you. And I feel like acceptance and compassion and kind of saying, hey, this is a part of me here. I might not like this part, but it is here, can really kind of help with managing PMDD, if that makes sense, instead of like putting PMDD at arm's length and saying, no, this is a completely different person each month. I'm not even going to kind of give that part a hug. And the next one is a monthly apocalypse. So yeah, apocalypse, destruction, dread, something that happens on a monthly basis. Apocalypse is a very strong word, isn't it? But that's how people feel, because it can, and it does, put strains on relationships. It can really impact relationships. The anger, the rage can come out, and people with PMDD can act on the raw emotion, and that can interfere with various relationships. So an apocalypse is the end of the world, isn't it? So it might feel like your world is ending each month with the depression, and also the more severe side of it is people may take their own lives as well. So again, that it is a really serious condition, and a monthly apocalypse is quite the description to give to people when you're describing what PMDD feels like. The next one, my brain goes offline. Now, if that doesn't kind of describe the brain fog, I don't know what does. My brain goes offline. The memory problems, difficulty concentrating, that is so real with PMDD. And yeah, going offline is a very good way of describing it. It can make you feel so dopey. It is frustrating because obviously if you're in the middle of like a project or a deadline or anything else that you really do need to concentrate on, when that brain fog comes, it's really frustrating. But in those moments, going slowly is all you can do, and taking it, minute by minute. But yeah, my brain goes offline. The next one is, it's like being possessed. So again, that's kind of like the internal hijacking description. It kind of depicts the dramatic change in mood, the mood swings, the like emotional dysregulation that happens. suddenly anger and rage and irritation might come over you and you feel possessed by that raw emotion. Okay, so we might be very familiar with this because I say it all the time. I don't know who coined this, but it's a very good descriptor. Hell Week. So this is commonly used by many people with PMDD and in the online communities. And yeah, it says what it is on the tin. Hell Week. You go through hell. No matter what symptoms descend, if you've got the anxiety, the depression, or the brain fog, or the physical symptoms, it can be hell for some people. So this one describes how we feel coming out of PMDD, coming out of the luteal phase. It's like being reborn, or, after a storm passes. And that's a really good visual aid for people who need to understand it. But yeah, I'm sure you can all relate to it, like being reborn. Again, your energy levels come up and you feel like not euphoric, but like a return to being normal and maybe even grateful and appreciative, and like you feel like skipping down the street and singing and I don't know, just doing all the things that you were doing before PMDD hit you like a ton of bricks. So the next one I quite like, a roller coaster I never signed up for. So imagine being forced to go on Stealth at Thorpe Park when you hate roller coasters, you hate speed and you hate heights, and sometimes Stealth rolls back down the track as well. Imagine being forced on that every month and being absolutely terrified and you didn't sign up for it. So but also it depicts like the highs and the lows of PMDD as well. It's a roller coaster. Every PMDD person has not signed up for, and I would bet good money to say that no one would ever sign up for PMDD. So yeah, I thought that was a good one. The next one, everything hurts more. So this includes physical symptoms and emotional symptoms, because let's be honest, anxiety hurts, depression hurts, the sensitivity to rejection, that hurts. I talk about sensitivity to rejection, but I always want to emphasize that a lot of people who feel sensitive to rejection, there is a pain, there is a physical pain there that goes with that. It's like a pain in the chest, and yeah, it physically hurts. Everything hurts. I've used this one a lot, like a switch is flipped. So yeah, you turn the lights on and off, PMDE turns on and off. Whether it happens suddenly or you feel like a gradual decline into the PMDD territory, that's a very common one to use. This one has also been used a lot. It's been used in the media and I've seen it a lot on forums. PMDD is like PMS on steroids. Many people do experience PMS. So to help people with PMS understand what PMDD is, that's a good way to describe it. But the difference between PMS and PMDD is PMDD significantly interrupts your day-to-day life. It's debilitating. It stops you from doing the things that you love, or stops you from working, or creates conflict in relationships as well. So yeah, that's a good describing descriptor to use with people who experience PMS, but not necessarily PMDD. And the next one is a war inside my head. So yeah, this kind of depicts the thoughts that can descend. So this could be the suicidal thoughts, or the sensitivity to rejection can help bring up negative self-talk. So your inner critic could get louder during PMDD, and it's like a war inside your own head. You know, these really negative thoughts that are coming at you from all angles, and then yeah, it's just it's so hard to tame those thoughts, to tame that inner critic, especially when you're feeling so low. And the final one here is a monster inside of me. So yeah, kind of like that Jekyll and Hyde personality. You know, during your other phases, during your cycle, you might be very happy-go-lucky, you know, humorous, maybe making fun of yourself. I've spoken before in videos about when jokes aren't funny anymore. You might have really self-deprecating humor, and then suddenly when you're going through PMDD, those jokes are not funny anymore. And the monster kind of bubbles up and erupts from inside you, and you might be more argumentative. Yeah, you might do things quite spontaneously because of that raw emotion. So that's another one to describe it. But I don't like the descriptions of like a monster, because you lovely PMDD people, us lovely PMDD people, we're not monsters. We have this thing that's inside us every month and we have to go through. And yeah, I kind of actually don't like that description. So let me know which one you prefer. Let me know if you use any of them already, and if there are ones that I haven't even spoken about. PMDD is so tough and it can be so confusing, and helping other people to understand how it really feels is important, because if they're not aware of how it feels each month, then they might be less empathetic towards the symptoms. So yeah, I wish there was that, you know, you can get the period pain simulator, you could get the PMDD simulator. But anyway, I am rambling, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, let me know if you have any video ideas that I could do for you, and also if you haven't already, please do contribute to the PMDD postcards. The link is in my community tab. I'd love for you to join that if you feel safe enough to do so. It is done via an anonymous Google form, and then I will post it on Instagram and on the community tab here and read it out in my videos. So yeah, please do if you haven't. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.